Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. I'm a maths teacher from Ismailia Youth Services Schools, and today I will teach maths for class 10. Let's see what are the instructions of the day. Don't raise hand during lecture. Ask question at the end of the session only in chat box. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home task should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the lecture, try to join lecture again within 5 to 10 minutes. Now steps to take a screenshot. For taking a screenshot of your computer screen, follow these steps. Identi Identify and press the print screen button, which is placed above numeric keys. Open Paint software, then press Ctrl plus V, then press Ctrl plus S and save it in your computer. For taking a screenshot through your smartphone, search the steps of taking a screenshot on Google. As you know, this is the class for class 10. The subject is maths. Today, chapter number 15 will be discussed, and from here, exercise number 15.2 to 15.3 will be discussed. The name of the chapter is trigonometry, and the date is 24 December 2020. Let's see what are the topics of the day. Unpack all the terms related to the chapter. Find values of the trigonometric ratios of angle 45, 30 degree and 60 degree. Find values of the trigonometric expression given in exercise number 15.2. Then verify the given questions that is given in 15.2 as well as in 15.3. Now we will discuss what does mean by trigonometry. Trigonometry, it is a Greek term derived from two words, trigonon, triangle, and metron, measure, means. Trigonometry, the first is trigonon. It is derived from uh, this is the Greek letter, and its meaning is it is derived from trigonon, whose meaning is triangle. And the second is metron or metri. Metron, its meaning is measure. Means in this branch of mathematics, we will take triangles and we will find what are the measurements of the given triangle. It is the branch of mathematics that studies relationships between side angles and angles of the triangle. In this branch of mathematics, we will see what are the relation between side, lengths, and angles of a triangle. A very important thing which will we need are the trigonometric ratios. Without these ratios, we cannot deal trigonometry. So there are 6 trigonometric ratios. The name of these ratios are sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cotangent. Their short form are sine. This is for sine. We write sin. Then for cosine we use cos. For tangent use tan. Cosecant for cosecant cosec. For secant sec. And for cotangent the short form is cot. These are referred to as ratios since they can be expressed in terms of the sides of a right-angled triangle for a specific triangle. Keep in mind these all terms or ratios will be used only for right-angled triangle. Now see what are the trigonometric ratios. There are 6. We already discussed that is sine. The first one is sine. Read as sine theta. This is a relation between perpendicular and hypotenuse. So before discussing these, we need a right angle triangle. So we will take a triangle that is ABC. This is right angle triangle. Here angle C is 90 degree and the other two means angle A and angle B are acute angles. This triangle, the acute angle is labeled by theta, theta or any other Greek letter, maybe phi, maybe alpha, beta, or gamma. Mostly used theta. So we consider its meaning is an acute angle of the right angle. Now, as we have angle A, its opposite side is labeled by small a, and this is opposite side to angle A. General name of it is perpendicular. The side that is the side AB. This is opposite to angle C, and this is hypotenuse. It means every time we will take hypotenuse which side is given just opposite to 90 degree, whereas this is the adjacent side of 90 degree, so it is known as base. It will be known as base. Now if the name of acute angle is A, perpendicular is labeled by A. If the other angle is B, base will labeled by small b, and opposite to C, this side or hypotenuse is labeled by C. Their name will be changed if the name of the triangle is X, Y, or Z or P, Q, R. Now, sine theta. The sine theta is the relation between perpendicular and hypotenuse. Cosine is the relation between base and hypotenuse. Tangent is the relation between perpendicular and base. Cosecant is the relation between hypotenuse and perpendicular. Secant is the relation between hypotenuse and base. Cotangent is the relation between base and hypotenuse. Look here, sine. If sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, then cosecant is inverse of sine, that is hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Cosine or cos, if this is based upon hypotenuse, its inverse is secant or sec, that is hypotenuse upon base. Tangent is the relation between perpendicular upon base. Cotangent is the relation between base upon perpendicular. It means tangent and cotangent, they are inverse to each other. It means sine, cosine, and tangent, they are basic trigonometric ratios, whereas cosecant, secant, and cotangent, they are reciprocal of these. Now, by using the same triangle, we will find sine theta or others. For an angle A of measure theta of a right angle triangle ACB, sine theta. This is side BC upon AB. Now look at side BC. BC is the perpendicular and AB is the hypotenuse. As we have clear understanding that sine theta is relation between perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so by following this triangle, it is side BC upon side AB. We already discussed that BC is labeled by small a and AB is labeled by C. So it means the A is the measure of side opposite to angle A, whereas C is the measure of hypotenuse. Same cosine theta. Cosine theta, by using the same triangle, it is side AC upon side AB, means B upon C, whereas B is measure of side adjacent to angle A and C is measure of hypotenuse. The third is tangent theta, that is by using the same triangle, this is side BC upon side AC, means BC is labeled by A or AC is labeled by small b. It means measure of side opposite to angle A divided and measure of side adjacent to angle A. Keep in mind here is opposite and there is adjacent. Now, cotangent, that is AC upon side BC, means B upon A. Look at cotangent is the inverse of tangent. If this is A upon B, it becomes B upon A. Then secant theta, this is side AB upon side AC, means C upon B. It means this is the inverse of cos or cosine. Then cosecant theta, this is side AB upon side BC equal to C upon A. This is inverse of sine, which is A upon C. It is C upon A. Note, theta is a letter of the Greek alphabet and is read as theta. We already discussed. By considering these ratios, it follows that for theta, the ratio sine and cosecant, cosine and secant, tangent and cotangent are respectively reciprocal of each other. That is, sine theta equal to 1 upon cosec theta, means sine theta can be written as 1 upon cosec theta, means the sine and cosec are inverse to each other. Same cosec theta equal to 1 upon sine theta, because we have understanding that cosec and sine are reciprocal to each other. Same cos theta equal to 1 upon sec theta, or sec theta equal to 1 upon cos theta. Then tan theta equal to 1 upon cot theta, or cot theta equal to 1 upon tan theta. Now we are ready to find the values of trigonometric ratios of an angle of measure 45 degree. Consider the right angle ABC with a right angle at C, and angle B is 45 degree. Look at this triangle. This is triangle ABC, in which this angle is 90 degree. Other two angle means angle B and angle A, they are 45 degree. We know that in a right angle triangle acute angles are complementary of each other. We have seen that angle C is 90 degrees, so it means angle B and angle A are 45, means they are acute angles. So for angle A, if we want to find its measurement, what we will do, we say angle A is equal to 90 minus angle B. By using this, we write 90 minus 45 equal to 45 degree. It means the measurement of angle A is also 45 degree. We know that if the measures of any two angles of a triangle are equal, then measures of the sides opposite to them are also equal. That is, angle A equal to angle B, they are no, their measurement is 45 degree. So side BC equal to side AC. If we follow the triangle BC, the opposite side to angle A is side BC, and the side opposite to angle B is side AC. So if angle A and B are equal in measurement, it means their opposite side AC and side BC are also equal to each other. Or A equal to B, as we have already clear understanding that the side opposite to angle A is labeled by small a, and the side opposite to angle B is labeled by small b. So we can say A equal to B, means base equal to perpendicular. By Pythagoras theorem, C square equal to A square plus B square. C square means the square of hypotenuse, equal to A square means square of perpendicular, plus B square means square of base. Here A square is replaced by B square, because we have understanding that A equal to B. So that A square is replaced by B square. Now we have B square plus B square. By adding them we have 2B square. By taking square root, C is equal to root of B into B. It becomes the value of hypotenuse. Now, sine 45 equal to, this is the relation between perpendicular and hypotenuse. So by using triangle, it is B upon C equal to, B will same, whereas C is replaced by root 2 into B. B and B will cancel. The result is 1 upon root 2. That is the value for sine 45. Now cos 45 equal to A upon C equal to B. A is replaced by B upon C is replaced by root 2 into B. B and B will cancel, having answer 1 upon root 2. Tan 45 equal to B upon A equal to B. B is replaced by A. A and A will cancel. Answer is 1. Now cot 45, this is the inverse of tan, so we write here 1 upon tan 45 degree. If cot 45 is 1, it is also 1. Sec 45, this is inverse of cos, so we write 1 upon cos 45. If cos 45 is 1 upon root 2, so we know this is the reciprocal of cos, so it means it is root 2. Then cosec 45, this is inverse of 1 upon sine 45. If sine 45 is 1 upon root 2, its inverse or reciprocal is root 2. Now the trigonometric ratios. To find the values of the trigonometric ratios of an angle of measure 30 degree. Now we are going to find trigonometric ratios for 30 degree. Consider the right angle ABC with right angle at C and angle B 30 degree. We know that in a right angle acute angles are complementary of each other, means this is a right angle, other angles are complementary angles, means they are acute angles. It means each one of them is complementary for angle C. So angle A equal to 90 degree minus angle B equal to 90 minus 30. If its measurement is 30 degree, so we subtract 90 minus 30. The result is 60 degree. Since in a right angle with angle B equal to 30 degree, measure of the hypotenuse is C equal to 2B. The hypotenuse is double of perpendicular. Here we can easily identify that the side opposite to angle B is perpendicular, and the side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse. We observe that perpendicular is half of hypotenuse, or hypotenuse is double of perpendicular. So that's why we write here hypotenuse is equal to double of perpendicular. By Pythagoras theorem, c square equal to a square plus b square. We know that c square means square of hypotenuse, equal to a square means square of perpendicular, plus b square means square of base. So we can find the value of perpendicular by the same step. We can write a square equal to c square minus b square. If b square is shifted on left hand side, it becomes a square equal to c square minus b square. Now put the value of c, that is 2b, by using this statement. It is replaced by 2b. Find its square. It becomes 4b square minus b square. By subtracting, we get 3b square. And at the end, we take the square root, that is a equal to root b into root 3 into b, adjacent side or base. Now we have clear understanding that a is the base. Look at the opposite side to angle a is a, but according to trigonometry, this is representing base. Hence, sine 30 degree equal to b upon c. We have clear understanding. Sine is the relation between perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So by following this triangle, it is b upon c, means perpendicular upon hypotenuse, equal to b will same, whereas c is replaced by 2b. B and b will cancel. Answer is 1 upon 2. Cos 30 degree equal to a upon c, means based upon hypotenuse, a is replaced by root 3 into b, because a is equal to root 3 into b. So we put here root 3 into b. C is replaced by 2b. B and b will cancel. The result is 3 upon 2. Tan 30 equal to b upon a, equal to b will same, whereas a is replaced by root 3 into b. B and b will cancel. The result is 1 upon root 3. Now cot 30 is the inverse of 10. So we write 1 upon tan 30. If tan 30 is 1 upon root 3, its reciprocal is root 3. Then sec 30 is inverse of cos. So we write 1 upon cos 30. If cos 30 is root 3 upon 2, its inverse is 2 upon root 3. Cosec 30 is 1 upon sine 30. If sine 30 is 1 upon 2, its inverse is, or its reciprocal is 2. To find the values of the trigonometric ratios of an acute of measure 30 degree. Now we are ready to find the trigonometric ratios for 30 degree. Sorry, 60 degree. Again we need right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, that is triangle ABC. Consider the right angle ABC with right angle at C and angle B 60 degree. Thus, angle A is equal to 90 minus 60 equal to 30. You can see this triangle. This is triangle ABC, in which angle C is 90 degree. Angle B is already taken as 60 degree. For finding angle A, we subtract angle B from 90 degree. The answer for, or the value or the measurement of angle A is 30 degree. As we have seen above, in one triangle, if one triangle is of measure 30 degree with opposite side measure A, then hypotenuse is equal to C equal to 2A. We already proved in trigonometric ratios of 30 degree. And A's hypotenuse is representing as AC equal to B equal to root 3. Now AC is the, look here, AC is just opposite to angle B. So its value is calculated from last trigonometric ratio. So its value is considered as root 3 into A. Now sine 60 equal to B upon C. Sine 60 is the relation between perpendicular and hypotenuse. Here B is perpendicular and C is hypotenuse. So that's why we write B upon C equal to B replaced by root 3 into A, whereas C replaced by 2 into A. A and A will cancel. The result is root 3 upon 2. Then cos 60, relation between base upon hypotenuse. Here base is A and hypotenuse is C. So we write here A upon C. A will same, whereas C is replaced by 2A. By cancelling A and A we get 1 upon 2. Tan 60 equal to B upon A means perpendicular upon base. Here B is representing perpendicular and A is representing as base. So that's why we write B upon A. The value of B is root 3 into A, whereas denominator is same. Cancel A and A, we get answer only root 3. Cot 60, this is the reciprocal of tan. So right here 1 upon tan 60 equal to 1 upon tan 60 is replaced by root 3. So its value becomes 1 upon root 3. Then sec 60 equal to, this is the reciprocal of cos. So we write 1 upon cos 60. If a cos is 1 upon 2, its value is, or its reciprocal is 2. So it means sec 60 is 2. Cosec 60 equal to 1 upon sine 60 means cosec is the relation between or is the reciprocal for sine. So we write here 1 upon sine 60 equal to, if sine 60 is root 3 upon 2, its reciprocal is 2 upon 3. Now we can compile all results for 30, 45 and 60 degree in this table. This is sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. It means for 30 degree, sine is 1 upon 2, cosec is root 3 upon 2, tan is 1 upon root 3, cot is root 3, sec is 2 upon root 3 and cosec is 2. For 45, uh, sine is 1 upon root 2, cos is 1 upon root 2, tan is 1, cot is 1, sec is root 2 and cosec is root 2. 60 degree, sine is root 3 upon 2, cos is 1 upon 2, tan is root 3, cot is 1 upon root 3, sec is 2 and cosec is 2 upon root 3. This is very important table. This is given in your book. You will follow, you will check. One important thing is that you should learn all values for 30, 45 and 60 degree, because you will use this value at the place of sine, cos, tan, cot, sec or cosec. Whenever you see in your question, you will replace all degrees by these values. So this table is very, very important. You should learn all values clearly. Now we are going to start exercise number 15.2. From here we select question number 4, find the value of the following. Question number, part number 1 is taken from here. Question number 1 is, or part number 1 is sine 30 into cos 30. Look at sine 30, no sign is there, we consider that here multiply sign is given. Then cosec 30 plus sine cosec 30 multiply by sec 30. We write the question. Then in next step we replace sine 30 by using the table. We see this is 1 upon 2. Draw bracket because we are going to show multiplication between them. So sine 30 is replaced by 1 upon 2. Cosec 30 replaced by 2. We see multiplication is between them, so we cancel 2 and 2. From here or from this bracket the answer is 1. Then plus sign is same, replace cos 30 by the value that is root 3 upon 2. Multiplication is there, so we enclose this value within bracket and then write the value of sec 30, that is 2 upon root 3. 2 and 2 are cancelled, root 3 and 3 are cancelled. From this bracket we have answer 1. 1 and 1 will be added, giving answer 2. Part 2, cos 60 multiply by sin 60 plus cosec 60 multiply by sec 60. Write the question. In this step, replace each one value. Cos 60 by the table, that is 1 upon 2. Then multiply sin. Sin 60 as root 3 upon 2. bracket close, plus sign is same, then cos 60 value is 2 upon root 3, multiply sign is there, use bracket, then sec 60 that is 2. Now we see in these two brackets no any cancellation is there, so it means numerator will multiply by the numerator, that is root 3, divided by denominator multiply by denominator, that is 4. Plus sign is same, 2 and 2 will multiply giving answer 4 divided by root 3. We have fraction and connected by plus sign, so we take LCM. For LCM you will see denominator, if according to the formula of LCM, uh, this is the product of common factor multiplied by product of uncommon factor. In denominator we observe there is no any common factor, so 4 and root 3 are uncommon factors, so we write them in product form or in multiply form, so that's why we write 4 root 3. This is the LCM. Now LCM will multiply by the fraction. If you multiply this fraction by the LCM, you will know that 4 and 4 will be cancelled and root 3 multiply by root 3 according rule of first law of exponent. Root 3 into root 3, the answer is only 3 because square will be solved. Plus sign is same. Now second fraction multiply by the LCM. If you multiply LCM by the second fraction, root 3 will be cancelled, then 4 and 4 will multiply giving answer 16. From numerator 3 plus 16 give answer 19, whereas denominator will same. In denominator we observe that root 3 is there, it means radical sign is there, so for solution we rationalize the denominator. So for that we write 19 upon 4 root 3 into root 3 divided by root 3. Now in numerator multiply 19 and root 3, it becomes 19 root 3, whereas in denominator 4 will multiply by 1. There is 1 we consider. So 4 multiplied by 1 answer is 4. Then root 3 multiplied by root 3 answer is only 3. And at the end we multiply 4 by 3 answer is 12. So that's why we write 19 root 3 divided by 12. Part number 3, that is sin 45 plus cot 45 minus tan 45 minus cot 45. We write the question. Replace sin 45 by the value, that is 1 upon root 2. Plus sign will same. Cos 45 replaced by 1 upon root 2. Minus sign is same. Tan 45 replaced by 1. Minus sign will same. Then cot 45 replaced by 1. For the first two, they are fraction connected by plus sign, so we take LCM. For these two, the in denominator common factor are given and no any other uncommon, so we take them. That's why LCM is root 2. Whereas minus 1 and minus 1 will be added giving answer minus 2. Numerator will be added giving 2 upon root 2 minus 2. Again we have radical sign in denominator, so we rationalize. For that we write root 2 divided by root 2 multiply by 2 upon root 2, means from here 2 upon root 2 will multiply by root 2 divided by root 2 for rationalization process. Minus 2 will same. Now multiply numerator by the numerator, it means 2 will multiply by 1 giving answer to root 2, whereas denominator root 2 multiply by root 2 by according to the first law of exponent, its answer becomes 2 because radical sign will be solved. Now and minus 2 will same. This 2 and 2 will be cancelled. 2 ones are 2. The answer is 1. Root 2 will same. Minus sign will same. Minus 2 will same. So we say the overall answer is root 2 minus 2. In the question number 5, verify that. Part number 5, 1 minus sin square 30 equal to 2 square 30 minus 1. Minus 1 will same. Write the question as it is. Look at instruction is verify. We have left hand side equal to right hand side. So it means We will prove both side. It is possible. If you want to solve left hand side, it is possible. If you want to right hand side, it is possible. But in this question, we will do on both side by side. So write the question. On left hand side, 1 will same, minus sign will same, 2 will same. We observe that 2 and sine square 30 are given in multiplication. So after 2, we draw the bracket and sine is replaced by the value that is 1 upon 2 whole square equal to sine will same. 2 cos square 30 is given. So 2 is given in multiply form with cos square 30. So we write 2, draw bracket for multiplication, replace cos 30 by the value root 3 upon 2, then whole square minus 1 will same. 1 will same, minus will same, whereas find the square for the bracket that is 1 upon 4. That 4 will be cancelled by the 2. So 2 on the 2, 2 to the 4. From here we have 1 upon 2 value. Equal to on right hand side 2 will same. Find the square for root 3 upon 2. Square of root 3 is 3 and square of 2 is 4. It is 3 upon 4. Find its square. It is 4. This square is extra. Minus 1 will same. There that 2 is cancelled by the 4. From here we have answer 3 upon 2. Now 1 will same, minus will same. From the bracket we have answer 1 upon 2 equal to sign will same. From here we have 3 upon 2 minus 1 will same. Now again we observe on left hand side we have whole number and fraction connected by minus sign. So we take LCM. So by taking LCM this is 2 minus 1 divided by 2. From here by subtracting we have 1 upon 2 result. On right hand side again fraction and whole number connected by minus sign. So take LCM. By solving LCM from here we have 3 minus 2. By subtracting 3 minus 2 the result is 1 upon 2. Now you can see the left hand side equal to the right hand side because on left hand side we have 1 upon 2 value, on right hand side we have the same value. In this way we have proved the question. Now part number 9, that is cos square 45 minus sin square 45 equal to 1 minus tan square 45 divided by 1 plus tan square 45. Write the question, replace cos 45, cos square 45. Cos 45 is 1 upon root 2 and place the square over here because we have whole square minus sin 40, sin square 45 is replaced by the value and taking whole square over there. On right hand side 1 minus tan square is replaced, tan square 45 is replaced by its value and right within the bracket divided by 1 plus tan square 45 replaced by the value right in within the bracket. From here, solve square for 1 upon root 2. The result is 1 upon 2. Minus sign will same. And from here, square will solve and the result is 1 upon 2. From right hand side, 1 will same, minus will same. The square of 1 will 1. Whereas in denominator, 1 is same. Square of 1 is 1. By adding these two, we get answer 2. On left hand side, 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 2, they will cancel, result is 0. Equal to sign will same, 1 minus 1, the result is 0, divided by 2. When we divide any number by 2, the result is 0. So we say on left hand side we have answer 0 and on right hand side we have the same answer. So in this way we proved our question. Part number 10, that is 1 plus cot square 30 equal to cosec square 30. Write the question, 1 plus will same, replace cot square 30 by the value that is root 3. On right hand side cosec square 30 will replace by the value that is 2. 1 will same, find the square of root 3. 2 will cancel by the radical sign because we know its value is 1 upon 2. That's why we say from here answer is 3. Find the square of 2, that is 4. 3 plus 1 answer is 4, whereas on right hand side we already have 1, 4. So it means the left hand side equal to right hand side. In this way we prove the question. Next time for home task. Do all shared questions in your fair copy. Practice all the remaining questions of the taught exercise sizes in your fair copies. Means you will do these all question and also all the remaining question which are given in the exercises in your fair copies. This is all about trigonometric. Thank you all of you for attending the class. Allah Hafiz from my side.